Dwaine, you got all these things to consider. You got line to consider, you got the crankbait, you got the trolling harness, all these things that you have to worry about. How do you control the depth? How do you figure it all out?
Well, we'll go to this precision trolling book. We go immediately to that, and you've got an idea in your mind what you want to try when you go out there. If you stop the bait shop or whatever and they say we're pulling harnesses or crankbaits, you can go here. They show how to spread the boards. They show you line diameters, what it'll do as far as depth in the water. They explain about the boards. They got a depth curve. They explain everything, how to get to a certain depth at a certain speed. This is the amount of line feet back. You put that out, say 140 feet. You follow your line over. You could be down 21 feet with a half-ounce storm Hottentot.
So it shows you the lure, so it's easy to identify, and you just use the lure in conjunction with the length of the line. You're there, and it gets you right on the spot.
Yes, the rest of it's all up to you.
So you really got total control where that depth actually is going to go on your crankbait or your harness. One way or another, by going to how much line's out, by the right line, you can figure out if it's 10 feet down or 12 feet down, so you're fishing really precise, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you're keying in on different depths when you first go out there. If you haven't ever fished a body of water, you don't know what depth specifically to target. You target 4 different depths, and when you finally start catching fish on a specific depth, then you can bring them all to that. And with line counters and everything else,
oh, sure,
there's a good possibility of being able to hammer the fish.
Really clean up when they're at that level, at that depth, and that's really critical. I mean, if you're too far one way or the other, you might as well not be out there. But this will put you right on the spot, whether it's crankbait, whether you use like a worm or what do you call it, the weight, snap weights, right?
The snap weight system is explained in here. It goes into detail, snap weights, everything.
So you got complete. So you go out there, you're not just guessing where they are, you're putting it right on their nose.
Yes.
Great technique, great book.
Yes, it is.